The basis of my teaching to you this evening is that you are a soul and a fiery spirit, a spiritual being, and that you are here and now one with the immortals. That you are wearing garments of flesh like an overcoat that you have put on in this life and many times before, because God has seen fit not to send you prematurely to heaven, nor to cast you into the depths of hell, but rather understanding that you were prepared for neither, created for you and me this earth, where we could work out our salvation and fulfill our destiny. When you think of all the things that all of us wish we could do in life, how we are limited by economic precedents, those things which we have to do on a daily basis, when you think of all the things that we can think of to do, you have to realize that many of these things we are intended to do. Some of them we have done before, and some of them we must yet accomplish. Therefore, the joy of being is to know that a loved one, or even oneself, who has been diagnosed with a terminal cancer, or a child that is born, stillborn, that the soul of all of us has opportunity again and again to fulfill our reason for being. The reason that I am presenting Saint Germain's teachings and the lost years and the lost teachings of Jesus is because I believe that we are not, as a people, whether as Americans or citizens of the world and the universe, truly fulfilling our reason for being. And I believe the primary reason is because we are not accessing the great light of this causal body, of this spirit cosmos. And I believe that the great revolutionaries of East and West did exactly that. They made it their primary goal in life. How? By devotion, by the call, by the word, by good works and service to life. How they might realize more of the light of that inner being that they knew that they were, and bring it into manifestation in the physical. Old age, disease, and death are not a natural part of us. All of us remember past golden ages where we have lived, unencumbered by those conditions. And right now in the heaven world that is coexistent with our earth planet, which is called the etheric octave, there are golden ages that are being lived in this very moment by people like us, souls who are there. And furthermore, when we leave this body, whether suddenly or naturally, we also are taken to those inner planes. Beyond that, you may travel out of the body at night while you sleep to those etheric cities of light, or to the retreats of the ascended masters. In the etheric octave are only the saints, those who have risen from this schoolroom and have graduated. They have balanced their karma. They have magnified the Lord in their hearts, in their 7 chakras, in their bodies and souls. They have fulfilled their reason for being on earth. They have realized that the universal Christ is also in them. And they have resurrected, or as we might say, they have ascended. So they are called ascended masters, and they are the true teachers of all of us. Sometimes when you hear the inner voice, it is your own inner teacher whom we call the Holy Christ Self. At other times it might be an angel or an archangel. But more than not, it will be an ascended master whom you have befriended in this or a previous life. You might find yourself guided by one of these masters and realize that you are entertaining an old friend. Now, I'm not speaking here of what has been called spirit guides or discarnate entities that do channeling, because I do not believe it is lawful for us to be involved with discarnates in the lower octaves who are merely people like ourselves, but they do not have a body. And therefore, I do not represent that movement, that is the channeling movement or the psychic movement, but I do represent the spirit of the Great White Brotherhood that consists of the saints robed in white that John the Revelator saw. I do represent those who are the immortals, and I'm here to tell you that there is a very special ascended master for whom you are cut out and who is cut out for you. That person may be Jesus Christ, who did ascend and who is the Master. I acknowledge him as my Savior, truly my living Savior, who has saved me for the path of walking with him on the road all the way home to God. I know that his presence is universally felt, and yet Jesus, many years ago, introduced me and my late husband, Clare Prophet, to others of the servant sons and daughters of God in heaven, great teachers who have specialized on teaching the path leading to personal Christhood on each of the 7 ways.